my name is Sam Reed and you're about to watch a video which shows a typical class that I run weekly in Bury St Edmunds. It's an opportunity for you to see the exercises that we do in the class and understand the type of people that come to my class, the needs that they have and the experience they get from the exercises, which are there to improve their strength, challenge their balance and improve their confidence in staying active and able. Okay, so when you are ready, you can either start by being seated or standing. Remember to use your tummy muscles. We've got a slight difference in the flooring here, so do make sure your feet are in a good place if you're standing up, so you're not half on or off a mat or other surfaces. So when you are ready, let's get those arms out and we shall sing. Doe, a deer, a female deer, Ray, a drop of golden sun, me, a name I call myself, far a long, long way to run. Well done. Let's roll our shoulders and bring those elbows up. Some of us choosing to hold hands on our shoulders to lift those elbows up and round, or extend our arm up over the head if we feel able. Rolling, 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 though those streams are swollen, keep those doogies rolling, rawhide. We'll change the direction. All right, let's keep our heads up, our tummies in, and we're going to turn our faces to the right side. As we do so, pull your shoulders back, tuck your tail under, and then bring your face all the way back to the front. Plenty of time to turn it over to the left side. Then bring your face back to the front and we'll involve our arms coming round to the right side, gently twisting in our back as well as our neck. As you move back to the front, try and relax down into your heels. Turn your face to look back to your left. Soften down the back of the body, lifting the head. We're going to bring the hands down and breathe out. Lift and breathe in, and then breathe it out. Try that again for me. Inhaling and exhaling, turning that head, turning that neck, feeling those shoulders move away. Let's stay at the front now, bring our hands back down and relax. And we're going to move into our legs working. So we're going to kick our heels out, remembering that as we do this, we're trying to lengthen the back of the leg. We might choose to involve the opposite arm or even hold the chair, but we're just extending to that heel. When you're ready, one in, one out, keep moving. One in, one out, keep moving. Okay. Now we're going to see if we can pick our knees up. We've got lots of choices with this though. You might simply do a march just to bring your heart rate up a little bit more. You might feel ready to lift your thighs, but all of us want to gain that lift at the front of the body while bringing our feet up and bending our knees. Knees up, Mother Brown. Oh my, what a rotten song. Well done, everybody. Let's see if we can now all go back to our chairs and gently sit down. So if you're not already there, come to the front of your chair. So we've done our warm-up, we're ready to go. We're going to go into our strength work from that buttock area. Our hands can be on the chair or the legs. Bless you, Trudy. And when you are ready, we are going to rise up. So heads up, tummies in, power up, stand tall. Notice how your head is feeling. Then take a little walk back so your legs are touching your chair. And remember to slowly bring the hips back and softly sit down. Buttocks to squeeze in and stand up. Very well demonstrated, Keith. So as we come up, we've got to clear our head. We've got to move back to our chair. And this time we're going to take a slower approach, coming down with the knees apart, sitting that tail back. Okay. And so I'm not going to make you just stand back up again because that would be nasty. So what I'm going to get you to do is use your legs again. Yay! So I need you to have room in front of you to bring your right leg forwards. Check out the chairs in front. Try not to kick your neighbours. And when you're ready, we can shift forwards enough that the legs are going to feel this. Then our right leg is going to reach out. This is real strength work here. So we're climbing up the spine. We're lifting the heel up for the count of 3. And then we're lowering that leg back down for the heel to step down and bend the knee. And as you have the bands in your hands, open them out fully so you can put both feet on your bands. pushing down to the floor. And as you grip the top, that might be too slippy there, so you're going to move your hand down a little bit to the outside of your band, but not too low, because this will be a challenge for your biceps. So we're going to tuck the elbows in, relax our shoulders. Imagine someone's pressing your shoulders down, and then with your heels on the ground all the time, please raise your wrists up without lifting your feet. So immediately we can assess ourselves how difficult or easy that is to do. All right, let's release the arm work and go back to the leg work. Just one leg though, so could you step your left foot off for me? Keep the band in the middle of your right foot and either side of your right knee. So we're going to use our hip flexor, we're going to use our arms and our shoulders, and we're also going to use that pressure from the back of the leg. So I want you to move your hands further down your band so that you can hold on to it more easily, and that should assist you. So keeping your left heel on the floor, bring your right knee up with your arms, but lift up that spine. Now, without just straightening the leg, pull the arms back first, and now try and push with your heel, and we may not be able to completely straighten that leg. We might find it still slightly bent. So when we bend it again, bring it down. Don't think you're doing it wrong, okay? So pop your bands to one side. They could come back to use later on. Lift yourself up so that you're at the front of your chair, and make sure that your feet are facing forwards. And then take a step by lifting your knee up and your foot out and changing that over. But recognize that while the leg is moving on one side, the knee is staying still and the heel is down on the other side. And if you're ready to, please stand and stay steady. When you have come up, again, there's that assessment time of how you're feeling. So you could go back to sit down at any point, or come forwards enough so that if you need to, you can place your hands on your chair. So we're going to stay with our hands. If you come to this chair for me here, Pauline, lovely. And then you've got that position ready to go. So we're going to carry on with the legs moving out and in. So we did an earlier option with the knee bent. Now the leg is straight. And then we bring the foot in. We take the leg out and we bring the foot in. Back. Now let's stay with our feet underneath our hips, because we're going to slow the movement down to work from our hip out to the side. So keeping your chest up, move your right leg out just to the point where you can feel the engagement up at the top here, and then lower underneath and change it over. So, all right, we are going to move into our toes. So just in case you can't see my feet, let's just have a look at the toe line. So we're going to lift up from the back of the heels and press into our toes. Now, absolutely fine if you find it's a struggle to pick both of them up, especially from a balance point of view. You might prefer to lift one heel rather than both. So as we lift up, you might feel your weight is going into your arms more than your legs. Try and change that gradually so that your ankle has to work harder. But we talked about before what muscles are helping us lift our heels. You might need to move your chairs further back, because I want you to lift your heels up. If you don't quite have the room facing me, you could turn to your side and lift your heels side on, so that you can lift your heels without any restriction. So heel behind, swap it over. So it's really important that we do things like this if we're not going up and down stairs every day. Next one, and those that were seated were trying this already, so you may want to introduce the band. So what we're going to do is continue the theme of working our hip, but now we're seated, we sit forwards, we might have our hands on the chair. We're going to drive our right leg out in front of us. This time it's coming off the floor without going up too high. So you may not need the band. Let's see without the band if we can do this. So lift the right leg up and then immediately open it out from the hip to the heel. So again, we're feeling the strength on the outside, the front, but also the inside of our leg. Let's just notice how your head is, and if you're able to come to stand up, stay steady, and then move either to the chair in front of you Or many of you will notice that if you're here, you might feel like you can't go as low as you'd like to. So I'm going to demonstrate without the chair, but you stay holding your chairs. You're going to be taking your left foot back with the heel up. There's a decent gap there because that means that I can then bend my back knee. The weight is going to come through my hips to my legs, and then I'm going to squeeze my bum to come up and step my left foot in. So some of you will be very reliant on your hands initially, and it's changing that reliance to your legs that I want you to focus on. All right, so we're going to use our lungs, ladies and gentlemen. As you sit down, I want you to keep forwards, weight in your heels, hands are coming up, we're going to breathe in. Make some noise, bring your hands down. Lovely. Try to keep your heads up all the time. So we breathe in and lift the arms up. Feel the shoulders pulling back and then drop the hands. Lovely. Okay. We earlier did some work on our spine. I'd like you to try that again with your hands just in front of your chest. Turning to your right, keep your knees forwards as you look round to your right shoulder. Bring your face back through the center line and go over to your left shoulder. So please choose to have your hands on the chair initially and try and lift your knees up and down. Then decide if you want to try and lift your cheek up and down. And if that is possible, do you want to do that without the hand support, back up straight, tummy in, or not? You might walk to the front of your chair, you might walk to the back of your chair. All options available there for you. Let's go. Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho. If you're happy to do so, take your time and then stand up and stay steady. And again, if that makes you feel lightheaded or unhappy, you just stay on your seats. You're going to start with your weight coming to your right leg. So if you're seated, still move your weight across to your right leg, bend your right knee, and then those with the standing position, hands on the chair to begin with. So we start off lifting our left foot, and we gradually increase that foot completely coming off the floor if we can. And then all of us are going to try and lift either one or both sets of toes up while that pelvis stays tucked in. So remember, if we're sticking the bum out, we're not doing our posture any favors. So squeezing the bottom in to lift those toes up. So as you climb up onto your toes, again, a light touch of the hands and then a shift of weight from one set of toes to the other. Keeping it fairly slow, moving, sliding the foot back if you want to, or going out to your sides if you prefer, and then coming back to your chair and taking that slow change of movement through your hips, through your buttocks, in your ankles. Okay, well done everybody. Please come back to your chairs and have a seat. We're going to go to our cool down and relaxation. Give ourselves a round of applause and sing. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's further forwards. Lift up your spine, left foot flat on the floor, and then move hands over both legs, bringing that strength through the tummy into the back and leaning beyond that knee if you're able to. So make sure you're either holding your chair, or you could be holding your hands or closing your arms in to open your chest. So let the shoulders pull back. Stay seated, but now you're going to see if you can twist to the right, and we're going to stay there. So bring both hands onto the leg and the chair. Lift the eye gaze up and look back to your right shoulder, and then back to the front of the room when you're ready. Well done, good work. Okay, let's see if we can give ourselves a big round of applause and go, goodbye, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, my friends. Boom, boom. Thank you so much, ladies and gents, for being here today. And remember to drink lots of water to help your muscles recover and enjoy the rest of the day.